What's up, guys? Welcome back to Primus Productions. Today we have a review of Legacy Tarn. Amazing figure right off the bat. He looks super menacing just standing there. It's amazing. But let's go to the accessories. He comes with these three right here. Two cannons that go onto this piece. Isn't really articulated, but this thing does rotate for more features, but then these two cannons can clip onto each other for Tarn's rifle. It can be like that, or swapped like that. And these are just 5mm holes right there, pegs there, and there. And that's surprisingly all the weaponry he comes with. So we can just put that back together and set it off to the side for now. On to the figure's details. There are so many. Starting with the head, this looks really nice. The sculpt looks amazing. You can see the back of Dama's head from the IDW comics, and if you get some light in there, you can see he does have light piping. It's not really showing. There you go. You can see it a little bit there, but he does have some good light piping. Alright light piping that looks really good when it's lit up. But we have the triple treads right here. 5mm ports here. Here. In his hands. Here. And these are not 5mm ports. But I love that the chest is not a faux part. It is the front of the tank mode. Then down here we've got some nice robotic detailing on the thighs and on the back. The feet look pretty nice. They actually look like correct and not like comically large, but and then we got some nice gold metallic paint there, some detailing. Then on his back, this piece is super detailed. Really like it. Got some detailing on the cannons up here. But yeah, that's about it for details. Now, articulation. So, starting up here, his head can go up really far. Then down about that far. It can rotate all the way around. Then shoulders go 360, they can go up. And then there is bicep, rotation 360. There is this joint. If you wanted to use it, you can use it kind of like a butterfly joint for holding swords, which I will get to in one moment. Their hand does swivel, a little bit past 90 at the elbow. Then finger articulation. All four of these are just on one joint. Then down here, 360 on the waist, but you do have to move this piece out of the way a little bit to get it to do that, but that's alright. Then the legs can kick about this far forward, this far backwards, all the way out, pretty much all the way out, then more than 90 there, and then a double knee joint for transformation, and swivel there. Not much of an ankle tilt, but good enough. And then the feet do go up, back, and down. So, now, let's get on to transformation. So, to start, you want to rotate the head like that. At least that's what I do. Then, you're going to go to the back and pull this out. You might want to be a little bit careful because those tabs are clear. But then what you want to do is untab the chest piece then pull the treads out. Then you want to rotate the treads, not all the way around yet, because that can happen, but make sure you don't rotate the treads all the way around the first time, but that you just rotate them a bit, and then you fold the head in, and then this piece up, and it clips in right there. Then this rotates all the way back. You can move the arms back like this, and then you want to put those two pieces of the legs together, fold in the feet, then move them down out of the way for a minute. So then you want to flip this piece around to the other side of the arm. Then I like to rotate the hand just a little bit, and then you need to bend the transformation knee joints, and then plug this hole into this tab, like that. Make sure this is flipped up. Open that, then fold it down just over the arm. And then the same thing on the other side. Like that. And it does plug into this cavity right there. Oh, sorry. It does plug into this cavity right there. So then the next step is to rotate this. Not rotate it. It's already rotated. You gotta rotate the cannons, and then those peg in, and then you set this down. You set this down in the back. You can plug that tab into that hole. I don't do that, but just because I'm worried about it breaking, and then you just put that there. Lower this down. Those tabs go into holes on the bottom of the feet, and then those tabs go into holes in the bottom of the feet as well. And you just press it down, make sure everything's lined up. Then you want to rotate, make sure it's all flush. Then you can take the cannon, make sure it's oriented like this, with the cannons like that. And then you can plug that into the top with those two tabs, right like that. And there we have Tarn in his tank mode. Looks really nice. All the same details that you saw in robot mode are still here, but it's, except for this, you got some nice silver on the on the treads, and the treads are really, really nicely sculpted. There are no wheels on it. There are faux wheels, but they don't roll or anything. There are exposed hands right here, but that's not a problem. But, yeah, overall, a great figure. So, let's go into closing thoughts. So, some closing thoughts about this guy. First off, this is Legacy Blitzwing's sword. It looks amazing paired with this figure. It really does. So, when it is in tank mode, you can just peg it the hole into the hands, and it just sits on the undercarriage like that and still lays flush on the ground. And let's convert this guy real quick. Now that we got this guy back in robot mode, you can take Blitzwing's sword, and it can go right there, and the paint matches up alright, paint and then the mold, but it looks alright paint-wise, but otherwise, if you're not that picky, it looks amazing, this guy, really does. And then you can also take it off, and it can be used as an arm blade, and it stays pretty flush. This this thing can also come off and be plugged into this 5mm hole right there, like that. Or you can leave it on his arm, take this sword, and plug it in right there. Now, last but not least, let's get to some comparisons. Here we have him next to Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, which I have a newly released stop motion. Check that out. It's going to be down in the description. Then, next comparison, we have one of the most common Transformers molds. We have Siege / Earthrise / dozens of different molds of Sideswipe. And then, last comparison is Blitzwing from G1 Universe Blitzwing, who and looks really nice next to all these characters. And yeah, this is really an amazing figure. If you can find it for retail, I highly suggest buying. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye.